Hello, welcome to ENCORE. Coming up, is Lenny Kravitz looking for love? Our reporters chat to the rock god before he sets off on a European tour. Twin Palestinian brothers offer a little-seen glimpse of Gaza in the film Dégradé. And the first Palestinian musician to compose, play and produce a solo piano album, Faraj Suleiman, is here. Let's go meet him. Faraj, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Now, with your album Login, you were the first Palestinian musician to compose, play and produce a solo album, piano album. Now, the Palestinians have a long musical history. How is it that this is the first time that's happened?
I'm not sure that they have a long musical history. The Arab has a long musical history. There were other works, but like other CDs, but were for other composers, not an original works. So this is I think this is the first CD to be for original works for a Palestinian musician.
So what does that mean for you?
It wasn't easy because I have no reference for me to nobody. I don't know how it works, so it was something new for me.
Okay, well, let's have a listen to your piano skills. This is Beneath the Walnut Tree, performed in Haifa. Now, Faraj, you here in Paris for the festival Palestine and Out. It's the first festival in Paris dedicated to young Palestinian artistic talent. Can you describe for us the Palestinian artistic scene? Is that possible?
It's kind of difficult because, like I said, I don't think that there's a Palestinian scene. There's an Arabic scene. Like it's not, you can't see a Palestinian scene. There's a Palestinian movement that there are a lot of works in music, in theater, and all kind of art are like growing and making some new movement. But you can't say it's a scene yet.
Okay, and you were actually inspired for one of your recent works by the Palestinian poet Mohammed Ali Taha.
Yeah.
Tell us about him, because people probably don't know him, and why he inspired you.
He's a great Palestinian poet, and me and director and actor Amr Hlehel decided to perform his poet and to do a concert with his works. So we worked something like 2 months, and we arranged a concert with his like Amr read his poem, and I did a music in the background.
So it's not just music and poetry. We also seem to be seeing more and more Palestinian cinema. At the Cannes Film Festival, there was a much buzzed about film called Dégradé. Don't know if you've heard about it, by the Palestinian twins Tarzan and Arab Nasser. It's based on this surprising true story of how a criminal Palestinian family stole a lion from the Gaza zoo. Do you know about it?
I saw the trailer. No, I didn't see the movie yet. I met Arab and Tarzan just 1 week ago, and he told me about the film, but I didn't saw it yet, no.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little taster, because our reporters have been to meet the twins.
وانت وين بعدك لهلا؟
هو مجنون؟ ممكن قولي لي شو بصير؟ شو بتستني؟ رن خليه يجي ياخد قرصة من هون.
This film is a sort of metaphor for the Gaza Strip. It shows all social classes and normal Gaza lives. It breaks the cliches people have about Palestinian women. The film deals with political, social and economic realities, settlements, resistance, and all of this via the prism of women's lives.
تعال شيل أسدك من هان. تعال شيله. أنت مخلول؟
The film's message is that we are a people that deserves to live because we create life out of nothing.
It's a kind of humour that doesn't just make you laugh, it makes me cry at the same time. All of it's funny, but at the same time, very sad.
ما هي اللي عندي باخد بدل الحبة حبتين وعلى الفاضي.
انت مش قلتي لي انه جوزك تصاوب في الحرب وربنا لطف فيه؟
يا اختي طيب تصاوب بس شو دخل ظهره رجله.
الله يهدك موقعك.
So that was from the film Dégradé.
Seems to be interesting.
Yeah, it does. Is it unavoidable, do you think, that politics and feelings about what's going on in the region runs through the art that comes out of the Palestinian territories?
I think it should be like we don't have to merge our politics situation with our art. I think the Palestinian should. I don't want to say to divide it, but we should do another works beside the political works and the political art. We should. Because we have life. We have like every nation. We have a lot of things except politics in our life, and I think art should describe all other feelings or other situations.
And I wanted to talk to you about the Palestinian Museum that's due to open next year.
Where?
It's due to open in just outside Ramallah.
Okay.
Well, it's the first large-scale museum devoted to Palestinian culture and identity.
Mm-hmm.
You can see some images here of sort of the plans for it. Do you think something like that's very important for the Palestinians?
Yeah, of course. We should. I think we are like we don't need a museum because. We are everywhere. Like our story is everywhere. We don't have to put it in a museum. But okay, let's see what it will go.
And you're personally working on a musical, and you're in residence here in Paris and working on it. How does being somewhere like Paris affect your creative process?
I've met a lot of musicians here. And a lot of music. I hear a lot of new music that we don't hear in Haifa in Palestine. So I met a lot of musicians, and I'm trying to like work with them and to play with them and be affected, not affected. Influenced. Yeah.
Well, there do seem to be a lot of international artists that are based here in Paris or pass through. One of them is Lenny Kravitz, the singer. He's playing at the Olympia at the end of June before he heads off on a European tour. Our reporters caught up with him, and although he's the rock sex symbol he's always been, he admits there's still one thing missing: love.
For me, I'm just an artist, and I love music, and I love, photography, and I love making films, and I love design, and I do all of those things, but it all comes from the same place. It comes from being inspired by life. American woman, stay away from me. American woman. There's times you say, man, I'd love to be married again, and love to have a family and do all of these things. But I've sacrificed, that for all of these things that I do.
Gave you all the love I had, and I almost gave you one more chance. Then you put one in the chamber.
I think that I learned from the past, and that will help me to be ready for what's coming in the future. But no regret. No regret. I'm pretty good at that.
I just go my way. 'Cause baby, got to know. Yeah.
There you go, Lenny Kravitz, who's due to go off on a European tour at the end of June. Are you a fan of Lenny Kravitz?
I don't know. Sorry.
You don't know Lenny Kravitz?
No.
Okay, well, it's your chance to discover him. He's in Paris in concert at the end of June.
Okay.
Okay, well, Faraj Suleiman, thank you so much for joining us here on
Thank
France
you,
24. We're going to leave you with work from the young Palestinian photographer Mahmoud Al-Kurd. It's on display in Paris at Iremo until the end of June. The exhibition is called We Breathe Freedom, and it focuses on the 2014 Israel-Gaza conflict. Remember our websites, we're also on Twitter and Facebook. There's more news coming up on France 24 after this.